Gani Woranong. Hello, this is East Kimberley Weekly with Davina Toby Wright. Coming up in this edition, East Kimberley's long-awaited cotton gin opens in Kununurra. Dry season visitors continue to stream across the Kimberley. The annual East Kimberley Aboriginal Achievement Awards, or EKAAS, celebrates Indigenous excellence.
And I'll tell you about the EKFL finals starting this weekend.
But first, one of East Kimberley's iconic tourist operations is closing down for good at the end of August. Nathalia Imbalong has this special report.
Parry Creek Farm just outside of Wyndham has been operating during the dry season for over 40 years. Owner Mike Dyson says he's been told by the Shire of Wyndham East Kimberley and WA Health Department there can be no future development at Parry Creek. Mr. Dyson purchased the property 4 years ago and says he's invested over $1 million in improvements to the property. He was wanting to build more accommodation units that would complete the property and make it commercially viable. But during a routine health inspection in August last year, a new Shire health inspector determined that the venue's sewage tank had to be 30 metres from the highest flood point, not 30 metres from the riverbank, as was previously the case. Mr. Dyson says the only solution acceptable to WA Health is to cart sewage to Kununurra daily.
Parry Creek Farm unfortunately has become unviable with the Shire and the state government changing the rules, so we can't develop the property or change the property in any way going forward. So unfortunately that's the end of Parry Creek. We'll be closing on the 31st of August. The only solution offered by the WA Health Department was to cart our sewage away, which we produce about 30,000 litres a day, so that works out to about $15,000 a day, which just doesn't make any commercial or economic sense.
Mr. Dyson is calling for an amendment to the Department of Health policy as it fails to take into account wet season flooding and has implications for the whole of the Kimberley.
So the situation that the WA Health Department has left us with is every tourist operator is on a bank of a river. Every tourist operator goes through the wet season. Every tourist operator goes underwater. Every backyard in town goes underwater. Even our own Kimberley Shire here in Kununurra last March put out a notice to say that there was sewage in the Lily Lagoon. So at the end of the day, it's not the Shire that can change the policy. It's really only the state government that can change the policy. That needs to be obviously lobbied on behalf of the people of the Kimberley by our two Shire presidents and the local member, Davina.
Waringarri Media has contacted the member for the Kimberley, the Shire and WA Health Department for comment.
East Kimberley's long-awaited cotton gin has officially opened in Kununurra. The $60 million high-tech processing facility has been more than a decade in the making to try and establish a sustainable and profitable cotton industry. Kimberley Cotton Gin is owned by Kimberley Cotton Company, a consortium of local growers and traditional owners, including MG Corporation. Growers will no longer need to transport cotton more than 3,500 kilometres to Queensland for processing. The state-of-the-art gin is expected to process about 100,000 bales per year, which can then be exported directly through the nearby Wyndham port. Over 1,000 jobs are expected to be created over the next decade, with farmland set to double over that period. It's part of a WA government plan to create a new billion-dollar industry for the state's north. Representatives from the groups involved joined WA and federal government ministers for the opening in Kununurra on Monday. The growth of cotton farming will mean more land clearing of the Kimberley's renowned tropical savannas, home to endangered wild plant species and birds like the Gouldian finch. And it will require the use of a lot more water from Lake Argyle. Speaking to Waringarri Media ahead of the opening, WA member for the Kimberley, Davina Diana, says the project will leave a lasting legacy in the region and acknowledges there are concerns.
Yes, absolutely. There has been concerns, and there's been, I think it's been quite there has been concerns that cotton shouldn't be the only focus here, but it is one industry that is attributing to it. I know that there has been more push in the agricultural space also for food and melons, which is also fantastic.
There are growing concerns across the board in the NT that water licenses for cotton farming are impacting the vast Cambrian limestone aquifer which stretches from near Catherine to Alice Springs. A recent report appears to confirm what TO's groups along the Roper River have been observing over the past decade, the drying up of the river.
Look, the Minister has been talking about some of the water allocation stuff. I believe there is an allocation plan. There is some works currently being funded. There is some current works being funded on the M1 channel to make sure that water is flowing better, utilised, no wastage as well. So that's something that is being looked at in regards to, anything that grows needs water.
Visitors continue to roam across the Kimberley, bringing a much-needed boost to the local economy. The Kununurra Visitor Centre has seen many thousands of interstate visitors come through the centre, as well as growing numbers from overseas. CEO Vivian McAvoy says there's even been a few surprises.
Yeah, we've had lots of people from all over, not just all over Australia, but all over the world. It's been fantastic to see so many different countries this year, and the internationals being coming since March.
What's some of the more unusual countries that
South Korea has
okay.
been really, really pleasing. The numbers for India have started to pick up a little bit as well.
Yeah, amazing.
We're finding a lot of those people they're from India, but they're coming via Sydney.
Yeah.
So that's really nice. It means Tourism Australia are doing their thing.
Yeah.
Vivian McAvoy speaking with Scotty Day during our outside broadcast at the Kununurra Community Markets on Saturday. And the Waringarri media team will return to the markets on Saturday, 6th of September for the last markets of the dry season. The annual East Kimberley Aboriginal Achievement Awards, or EKAAS, were held last weekend under moonlight at the Kununurra Picture Gardens. The awards celebrate the achievements of Aboriginal people in our region. A total of 10 awards were given out, including the Aboriginal Affairs Champion of the Year, which went to OVA CEO Mary Baird. The Aboriginal Business Enterprise of the Year was awarded to Black Tappers. The Aboriginal Person of the Year is Bianca Howard, while the Non-Aboriginal Person of the Year is Dominic Reeves. Kia Dow took out the Culture and Community Contributor Award. Patria Griffiths won the Abbey Forest Emerging Leader Award. And Aboriginal Elder of the Year is Ethel McLennan. To see all the award winners and photos, go to the Woonnon Facebook page or website. It's time for sport, and the East Kimberley Northern Division Finals are here. Eric Cox Jr. reports.
Thanks, Davina. Kununurra Town Oval is the home of the EKFL Finals, which starts this weekend. Well, the first out of the finals anyways. The high-flying Wyndham Crocs finished top of the men's ladder with a stunning 77-40 point win over last year's champions, the Ord River Magpies, in Wyndham. This means the Crocs finished above the Magpies on the ladder, earning them a qualifying finals at home again this weekend. That game is on Saturday at 5 p.m. The Crocs women's team is also set to finish top of the ladder after they also defeated the Magpies in Wyndham last weekend. They play third placed Demons at 3 p.m. in Wyndham this Saturday. So the first elimination final is right here on Friday night. My Waringarri Crows against our rivals, the Kununurra Demons again. The loser is gone for the season. The winner plays the loser out of the Crocs vs Magpies game. So make sure you come out to the game. Go the Crows!
Thanks, Eric. And if you can't make it, or are watching this afterwards, check our live stream by Waringarri Media and Filming Footy on Facebook and YouTube. Well, that ends East Kimberley Weekly with me, Davina Toby-Wright. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please share with your family and friends. If you have a story you think we should follow up, remember to email us at news@waringarrimedia.org.au. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week with another edition. Wishing you a great weekend.